multiply decimals and fractions in unit form to get our decimal product and multiplying the fractions to get the fraction product. Let's start with 0 and 2/10 of 4. So here we can rewrite these in unit form as 2/10 times, because of means times, 4 ones, since the 4 is in the ones place. 2 times 4 is 8, and tenths times ones is tenths. So our answer is 8/10, which we can write as 0 and 8/10. If we were to do this as multiplying fractions, we would write 0 and 2/10 as 2 over 10, because this represents 2/10, times 4 over 1, since the 4 is in the ones place. Now we can just multiply across. 2 times 4 is 8, and 10 times 1 is 10. So our answer is 8 over 10, or 8/10, just like we got our answer for the decimal product. Now we have 0 and 2/10 times 0 and 4/10. So we can write this in unit form as 2/10 times 4/10. 2 times 4 is 8, and tenths times tenths is hundredths. So our answer is 8/100, which can be rewritten as 0 and 8/100. We can also multiply these by changing each factor to a fraction. Here we have 2/10, which can be rewritten as 2 over 10, and then we have 4/10, which can be rewritten as 4 over 10. We can multiply across. 2 times 4 is 8, and 10 times 10 is 100. So 8/100 is the same as 0 and 8/100. Here we have 0 and 2/10 of 0 and 4/100. So we can rewrite this in unit form as 2/10 times 4/100. 2 times 4 is 8. Tenths times hundredths is thousandths. So we have 8 thousandths, which we can rewrite as 0 and 8 thousandths. We can also rewrite both of these decimals as fractions. 0 and 2/10 can be rewritten as 2 over 10, and 4/100 can be rewritten as 4 over 100. Then we just multiply across. 2 times 4 is 8, 10 times 100 is 1,000. So 8 thousandths is the same as 0 and 8 thousandths. Finally, we have 3/10 times 4/10. Let's first write this in unit form. We have 3/10 times 4/10. 3 times 4 is 12, and tenths times tenths is hundredths. So we have 12/100, which we can write as 0 and 12/100. Finally, we can rewrite both of these factors as fractions. 3/10 can be rewritten as 3 over 10, and 4/10 can be rewritten as 4 over 10. So 3 times 4 is 12, and 10 times 10 is 100. So our answer is 12/100, which is the same as 0 and 12/100.